It's difficult to be innovative when the situation is slow in changing, and this year's speech mirrored those of previous years. It included the main points. Gibraltar has a unique population and identity distinct from that of the administering power. The people of Gibraltar are the only ones who can determine their future. The call again this year is that the committee has a sacred duty to the people of Gibraltar who are protected by the United Nations. And this protection can be the only legitimate reason why Gibraltar remains on the list of non-self-governing territories, a list that has dwindled over the years as other territories achieve their political emancipation, a route Gibraltar wants and should be able to follow. The UN cannot have one rule for some and a different one for others. David Liston told the committee Gibraltar has supported the UN's efforts on decolonisation, but that it's a time for imagination and tailor-made solutions. Gibraltar repeated its call for the committee to send a visiting mission to the Rock, saying the UN cannot fulfil its mission if it does not venture out of the boardrooms and offices in New York. The committee was briefed on the vaccination programme, which included cross-frontier workers, and on how these same workers had received economic assistance during the COVID pandemic.
That is, Madam Chairman, how neighboring countries should behave. For many years, we have had a relationship of conflict and confrontation with Spain. This has stemmed from the Spanish government's outdated territorial claim to our homeland, which we will always reject. We cannot redraw the boundaries of Europe back to what they were 3 centuries ago, when Spain ceded Gibraltar to Great Britain in perpetuity. We have to accept the reality before us today. That reality is the emergence over hundreds of years of the people of Gibraltar with a right to their land. This means that Gibraltar must be looked at and understood from the perspective of where we are today and not through the prism of how it was 300 years ago. The well-being and aspirations of people must be the first priority.
Looking towards the future, the committee was also briefed on the New Year's Eve agreement and the treaty negotiations, with examples on how the relationship with Spain has to be symbiotic.